start with a slightly somber, intriguing tone. Imagine being accused of a crime you didn't commit. Now imagine being told that your best friend, your trusted colleague, has already confessed and implicated you. What would you do? How long could you hold out? This isn't a hypothetical. It's the chilling reality at the heart of the Norfolk Four case. Shift to a more narrative, storytelling tone. It all starts on a hot summer night in 1997 in Norfolk, Virginia. A young Navy wife, Michelle Moore Bosco, is found brutally murdered in her apartment. The police are under immense pressure to solve this horrific crime. Their attention quickly turns to her husband's fellow sailors. The first domino to fall is a man named Daniel Williams. He's Michelle's neighbor. Detectives bring him in. For hours, they interrogate him. No physical evidence links him to the scene, but the pressure is immense. They tell him his polygraph is inconclusive. They suggest scenarios. They wear him down. After more than 10 hours of intense, psychologically grueling interrogation, Daniel Williams breaks. He confesses to a crime he didn't commit. But here's where the story takes a terrifying turn. A single, coerced confession isn't enough. The details don't quite add up. So, the detectives use Williams's false confession as a weapon. They go to his friend, Joseph Dick. They tell him, Daniel already told us everything. He told us you were there. Joseph is stunned. He knows he's innocent. But they have a confession from his friend. He starts to doubt his own memory, his own sanity. Under the same relentless pressure, he too confesses, weaving his own narrative to match the lies he's being fed. This is the contagion. One false confession infects the next. Next up is Eric Wilson. The script is the same. Daniel and Joseph already confessed. They told us you were involved. Wilson, an 18-year-old kid far from home, is overwhelmed. He's scared. He's being told his friends have betrayed him. Eventually, he caves. Confession number 3. The fourth and final man is Derek Tice. He holds out the longest. For days, he maintains his innocence. But the detectives are relentless. They threaten him with the death penalty. They tell him the other 3 have already confessed and that he's the last one holding out. They lie, saying his DNA was found at the scene. Finally, exhausted and terrified, Derek Tice becomes the 4th man to confess to a murder he had nothing to do with. 4 men, 4 confessions. The case seems closed. They are all convicted and sent to prison for life. But here's the unbelievable twist. While these 4 men were being railroaded, another man, a serial offender named Omar Ballard, was already in police custody for other violent crimes. And he had been telling anyone who would listen that he was the one who killed Michelle Moore Bosco. Alone. His DNA was a perfect match to the evidence found at the scene. He knew details only the real killer could know. Think about that. The actual killer was confessing, and the system was so invested in the false narrative they had created, they ignored him. They had their 4 neatly packaged culprits. The confession contagion had become so powerful it blinded them to the truth sitting right in front of them. It took years of legal battles, innocence projects, and tireless advocates to untangle this web of lies. It wasn't until 2017, 20 years after the crime, that the Norfolk Four were finally fully exonerated by the governor of Virginia. Their story is a terrifying lesson in the fragility of truth and the immense power of psychological manipulation. It shows how one crack in the system, one coerced confession, can trigger a chain reaction, creating a truth out of thin air and destroying innocent lives in the process. It forces us to ask, if it could happen to them, 4 trained Navy sailors, who couldn't it happen to?